Howdy, my name is Raven, this is Goose, and welcome to today's yoga class. This is going to be a non-traditional yoga flow to sculpt the lower body and give us some strength, stability, mobility, while keeping that fluid yoga rhythm that we love. We're gradually going to build up some heat, wake up the hips and glutes, and finish with some spicy strength work, all at your own pace. Ankle weights are optional. I will be wearing ankle weights. But if anything isn't working, remove the ankle weights and prioritize your form. And if you need a break, take a break. Take a quick child's pose and join back in the class when you can. Remember that this is your practice. Modify, pause, or breathe whenever you need. And let's hop to it. So, we are going to start off with a quick moment of centering. Let's stand in mountain pose. Our muscles are engaged. The top of my head is towards the ceiling. I'm elongating. Let's do 3 deep breaths. As we inhale, we're going to raise our arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to lower our arms. Now during this deep breathing, I want you to remember your why. Why are you showing up to this class today and trying to build strength? Is it to have better ease when carrying your children? Is it to be able to carry all of your groceries up the stairs in one go? Or is it to have just a bit more confidence in your body? Whatever your reason is, I want you to remember that throughout this class. Let's do one more inhale. Reaching up to the sky, elongating the body. And an exhale. Now, let's begin our sun salutation. I'm going to reach up to the sky on an inhale. Exhale into a forward fold. I'm going to inhale to a halfway lift. Keeping your back straight, core is engaged. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. And step back into a plank. Now I'm going to lower my knees into a tabletop position. Let's do some cat-cows to warm up our spine a little bit. I like to inhale as I look up and exhale as I look to the ground to get some core engagement, because we're definitely going to use our core today. Done a couple of those, let's move into a little bit bigger of a stretch. We're going to exhale into our child's pose and inhale into a bit of a cobra. Now only go as deep into cobra as it feels good to you. My next exhale, I'm going to come into downward dog. I'm reaching my tailbone towards the sky, and I'm going to walk the dog, bending one knee and straightening the other leg to get a good stretch in the back of the hamstrings and calves. And then let's just hold it here for a second. I'm going to raise my right leg, and I'm going to put it in the place of my right hand. I'm going to lower my left knee, and I'm going to extend my right hand up to the sky, getting a nice twist and a nice stretch. I'm going to lower it down, bring it up again. Maybe you can do a little swirl to wake up your shoulders. Lower my right hand next to my right foot and take it back into downward dog. Next, I'm going to lift my left leg and bring it in the place of my left hand. Lowering my other knee, bringing my left hand towards the sky. I'm going to lower it. I'm going to raise it. Maybe do some circles. Lovely. So now let's get back into our down dog. Let's walk our feet towards our hands and come into a forward fold. You can hold your elbows and sway side to side. Then we're going to come into a halfway lift. Fold down once again, and on our inhale, bring our arms back up. That was our first sun salutation sequence. A little bit of some stretching and mobility work in there. Now, let's build a little bit of heat. Let's do the beginning of our sun salutation again. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's walk the feet out. We're going to do our first chaturanga of the day, or yoga push-up. We're going to come into a cobra. Lovely. Now, let's go into our downward dog. That feels nice. And now, we are going to do some leg extensions. Let me walk a little bit forward so I'm in the frame better. We're going to lift our right leg up into the sky. We're going to hold it there, keeping our hips square. We're going to exhale and bring knee to nose. And we're going to keep doing that. downward dog. Take an inhale, walk the feet forward towards the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Perfect. Now, we've got to even that out. My phone keeps wanting to shut off, but I've got my notes on here. So let's inhale, our arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold into chaturanga. Then into cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, into downward dog. Now we're going to take our left leg, bring it up into a three-legged dog. Going to exhale as we bring knee to nose. We're going to flow through this a couple times. Back into downward dog. On your exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Perfect. Now we're evened it out. Got some glute work in there too. Now that we've built some heat, let's do a bit more strength. So we're going to restart our sun salutation. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming into chaturanga. I have bad wrists, so I have to do it on my fist, but you don't have to do that. Let's exhale, come into downward dog, and let's do some more knee to noses, but we're gonna add on. So lift your right leg, and bring it into your nose. Bring your right leg, your right foot, towards your right hand, and come into a lunge. Look at how nice that is. Now that we're in our lunge, let's do 12 lunges, bringing your left knee to the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pushing through my front heel. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now let's get a little spicy and do 12 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's bring it up. Let's come into warrior 2. Keeping my glute engaged to hold me up. Going to exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Last time. Let's bring our hands down to frame our right foot and come back into downward dog. Let's take a couple breaths here, shall we? Now let's step or hop so that our feet are in between our hands. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And now let's come into chair. Whoop. My core is engaged. My tailbone is tucked. My legs are together. We're just going to hold this for a second. Build some heat in our glutes and our quads. And this is going to prepare us for some of the moves to come. On your next exhale, let's stand up. Bring our arms to our sides. Give it a little shake if you need to. And you know what we gotta do? We gotta even it out on the other side. Hoo-wee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward dog. Now let's lift our left leg into a three-legged dog and do some knee to nose. next one. Bring your left foot to your left hand and come into a lunge. Keeping that glute engaged, let's do some lunges. So right knee to the ground. Exhale as you come up. Keeping the weight in that front heel. To do pulses. So let's do 12 pulses now. Now let's come into our warrior 2, keeping our glute engaged. And now peaceful warrior. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior, keeping this knee bent. Keep our quads engaged. Now on our exhale, let's do a little cartwheel down and then come into our downward dog. Taking a few deep breaths here. Let's walk or hop our feet up to our hands. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach it on up. Perfect. You feeling any burn yet? Let me get my notes back up here. Okie pokey. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add some Shiva squats into our flow, as well as some fire hydrants and donkey kicks, which is a little bit more of a Pilates move. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step down into chaturanga. And then your upward facing dog. We're going to come into our downward dog. Don't worry, we're not going to do any more knee to noses. And we're going to lower into a tabletop. Lovely, isn't it? It's like a little break. We're going to take our left leg this time, and we're going to bring it into some donkey kicks. So I've got my hips square to the floor, my hands are underneath my shoulders, I'm using my glute to lift my leg, and I'm kicking through my heel. Let's do it. Core engaged. Can you give me some more? Six more. Okay, now let's switch things up and do a fire hydrant, lifting your knee to the side. Let's do a good bit of those. Exhaling as you lift the leg. Keeping your hips as square to the mat as you can. 5. You're gonna hate me now, but that's okay. Let's go into downward dog. We're gonna lift our left leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring it into a lunge. We're in a lunge now. We're gonna get a little bit spicier. We're gonna come into warrior 3. So we're gonna ground through our left leg and extend up. Now don't worry if you lose your balance. Just fix it and it's okay. If you need to hold on to something, do that too. We're gonna do some Shiva squats. So what that's gonna look like, taking your back knee, wrapping it around your left leg, and then extending right back up into warrior 2. My core is engaged to assist my balance. See, I have to hold on to something too. Do you have 2 more in you? Whoop. Now let's come back into our lunge, bring our foot, and back into downward dog. Let's drop our knees, come into a much needed child's pose after that. And we're gonna get ready to go do that all on the other side over and over again. Well, just over again once, I should say. So, come back into your 4-point kneeling. Hips square to the ground, using your core engagement to keep them square to the ground, even while you're lifting your right leg. Let's come into some donkey kicks, shall we? Exhale as you lift, push through your heel, trying to kick the ceiling above you with control. Let's do it. Can you remember your why? Why you decided to join this class today? Let's keep going. We're really burning out that glute. Hips are square. Core engaged. Give me a couple more. 2 more. And guess what's next? Fire hydrants. Lifting that leg out to the side. Lifting from your knee, not your foot. More. You got this. Last one. Perfect. Let's get back into our downward dog. And you know what's coming. Lifting right leg, bringing it in between the hands, into a low lunge, keeping glutes engaged. Okie dokie, you know what's coming. We're gonna go into our warrior 3, pushing through the heel of our left foot, exhaling as we come forward. Ooh, gotta adjust my positioning real quick. Okay, getting that nice straight line, as straight as you can get it. Let's do our Shiva squats. Bringing our left knee behind our right knee, engaging our glutes as we come down. Let's do 2 more. Back into lunge, hands to the mat, downward dog. Okay. Let's walk or hop our feet in between our hands. That hop was pretty lame. Forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, inhale it right on up. That one was a bit spicy, but this next one is our peak flow. So let's get to it. Okie dokie. This is gonna burn. Inhale, your hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. This feels nice. I kind of want to just hold it for a second. Okay. Downward dog. Hoo-wee. Let's come down into our 4-point kneeling. You know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some donkey kicks. Let's do it. Hips are square, driving through the heel. We're gonna do less this time, so don't worry. Can you give me 4 more? Lovely. Now let's do fire hydrants. Right away, get right to it. Lifting with the knee, not the foot. 4 more. Oop. Lovely. Let's take a quick child's pose, stretching back. 2 deep breaths here. Downward dog. Lifting that left leg, bringing it between the hands into our lunge. Okay, let's do 12 lunges, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Lovely. Let's just drop the right heel and take a little quick pyramid pose stretch. Nose towards my left knee, just to stretch out the back of this leg for a second before coming back into our lunge. I'm a little wobbly. Into warrior 3. Lifting off like an airplane. There's a salt rock right in front of my face. Let's do those Shiva squats, okay? Right knee behind left knee. Using my glutes and my quads to get nice and low. Doing 8 of these. 3, 4, Lovely. Back into that lunge. Hands framing the foot. Downward dog. Lovely. Knees to the floor. Hoo-wee. Doing those donkey kicks with our right leg. Let's get to it. Four more. I'm a little sweaty, are you? We're almost there. You're doing so good. Let's do our fire hydrants, okay? Right leg. Core engaged. Two more. Lovely. Quick child's pose, because my glutes need it. I don't know about yours. Hooey. Let's get back into that downward dog, shall we? Raising the right foot in between the hands. Low lunge. Hello there. 12 lunges. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 more. 9, 10, 11, 12. Lovely. Let's drop that back heel. Come into a pyramid pose. Knee to nose. Folding forward. Just releasing the back of that leg. Beautiful. Are you ready for what's next? Let's come back into lunge. Whoop. Need the support of the couch. My balance is all funky today. Let's come into warrior 3. Extending forward like an airplane. Pushing down through the floor. Let's do those Shiva squats, 8 of them. Left knee behind right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. You got it. Arm wiggly too. Low lunge. Hands to the mat. Downward dog. We've got one more hard thing to go. Are you ready? Let's hop or walk the feet to the front of the mat. And let's come into chair pose. Glutes, quads engaged. Knees in front of my hips. Almost touching. They can be touching if you want. Pelvis is tucked. Core is engaged. Arms are up. My shoulders are down and away though. Let's do 12 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Forward fold. You deserve it. That was a great job. That was the last bit of hard work for today. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Let's get a bit of a stretch going. We are gonna do some stretches for the shoulders because I do feel it in my shoulders. So while we're standing at the front of our mat, let's take our right hand, right arm across the chest, pulling it into a shoulder stretch. Switch sides. Left arm across the body. Lovely. Let's shake it out. That's good stuff. We're still going to use our sun salutation to get back onto the ground. So I'm going to inhale, bring it up, exhale, forward fold. I'm going to pull myself towards my legs, okay? We're going to hold this for a second, pulling towards those legs. My glasses are falling down. And then we're going to do our halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Coming down into our downward dog. Let's take our left leg in between our hands into a low lunge. My back knee is touching the ground. I'm just going to sink into this for a little bit. Do not let your knee go over your toes and keep your hips square. They're both facing the wall equally. My core is engaged to not hurt my back, so I don't want to be bending backwards like a little banana. I don't want to hurt my back. Core engaged, spine long. We're going to place our hands next to our left leg and extend, remembering to keep our hips straight. I'm pulling my toes towards my face. Hoo-wee! I needed this. My hamstrings feel tight. Whew. Now let's just take a quick flow. Bring it forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Just one more of these. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now let's come back into our plank. Bring our right leg, right foot in between our hands, back into our low lunge. Hips straight, they are square. I'm not opening like this, my hips are square. Imagining a string is pulling my head up to the ceiling. Just breathe into that stretch. Let your legs release. They did a lot of work today. And I'm so proud of you for the work that you just put your legs through. Now framing the foot, let's extend the leg, pulling the toes to your forehead, keeping the hips square. I sound like a broken record, but it is important. There have been so many times when I haven't realized that my hips were just all off kilter and I didn't really get much from that stretch. Gonna inhale and come forward into our low lunge. Gonna exhale, come into our little hamstring stretch. Exhale, throw, stretch. Last time. Gonna bring my knees together, back into a child's pose. It's lovely. I'm gonna scoot up a little bit. Whew. On your next exhale, let's sit up onto our little feet. Sitting up just like that. Lovely, lovely. I'm just gonna roll down onto my butt, bring my legs out in front of me. Lovely. Let's take our left leg over our right. My left foot is right by my right knee, and let's twist to the left. Did you hear my spine just pop? I hope you got some good spine pops too. I'm keeping my spine long, like a string is pulling my head to the ceiling. I'm feeling this in my glute. as you exhale, see if you can twist any farther. Look over that shoulder. And let's switch. Right foot outside of your left knee and twisting towards the right. Spine long, looking over your right shoulder. Feeling the stretch in your right glute. Let's untwist. And now, my favorite, let's do some windmills. I've got my feet mat distance apart. I'm just going to drop my knees side to side. Now I'm going to stop. It doesn't matter which side you're starting off with. And I'm just going to lean forward to stretch out. I've got like 2 90-degree angles happening. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm just stretching over my legs. I'm going to come up, I'm going to face you guys. I'm going to switch sides. Folding forward. Lovely. Now I'm just going to come into crisscross applesauce. And we're going to finish out with 3 deep breaths. And I hope that you are so proud of yourself. You did it. And we're just at the last little breathing exercise. Going to inhale, arms up, spine straight and long. You can look up to the sky. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale in prayer. Last one. You did such a great job. I hope you enjoyed that workout. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe if you want some more. Let me know in the comments what you enjoyed and what you want more of, what I can do better. I hope you have a great day. Namaste.